What's up, guys? Back with another budget handheld. This time it's the GB300, I believe is the name. It's a vertical handheld this time, and I believe it's going to be something similar to the SF2000. This thing cost about $12, so it's not a big investment, and I'm not expecting much out of it, but I hope that it can end up doing the same type of performance that the SF2000 does, and maybe the community can get behind it and make it work, because it's cool when you can get a device for less than 20 bucks and get all these games to play. This is something that you can give to a kid and not worry about it breaking, because it's just, it's less than a McDonald's meal. It looks like one of those cheap boxes where you get the like the $10 301 console, but no, this is supposed to have emulators on it. They call them simulators, but let's check it out. It says support external game pad double against GB300 7 simulator 6,000 plus games. GB300 game box. Excuse the street sweeper outside. Yup, this is an urban neighborhood. This is the concrete jungle here. All right, what do we have here? Okay, so we have the GB300 simulators. It's Famicom, PC Engine, Super Famicom, Mega Drive, Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance. All right, so our expectations are in check. No PlayStation, and that's fine because I didn't need it. I don't need every device I have to reach up to PlayStation. I play a lot of Game Boy Advance. So here we go. 6,000 games, 800 milliamp hours, 5 volts, 3.7 volt voltage, and 300 milliamp current. 3-inch screen. It's slim, it's portable, and it's trendy. Digital multi-platform device can be played on TV. The backlit function of the screen ensure the player can play everywhere. I mean everywhere, even prison. No, this one's not clear. You can't play in prison. I got the black one. There's black and red. With powerful rechargeable battery pack. I think it's going to be one of those BL5Cs or whatever you call it, those Nokia batteries. But I'm not sure. Actually, no, it's going to be an 18650. That's what was special about this. All right, cool. With powerful rechargeable battery pack that includes the AC adapter and a lithium-ion rechargeable battery. 2.2 hours of continuous gameplay. So yeah, this is another 18650 device, which is kind of cool because you can get those anywhere. It does not look near as bad as I expected it to look in the pictures. They show the red one, and the red one is doesn't look. I don't know why they didn't use the black one. For whatever reason, the black one just looks better to me. The red one does look cheap. People in the comments on Reddit were like, that looks like garbage, the triggers look like trash, and they are pretty bad looking triggers, but it's 12 bucks. Let's see what it can do. It could be good. It feels decent. It actually has a decent quality to the plastic. This is not one of those cheap 301 or whatever you call it handhelds. It does have those funky triggers. They're connected to the plastic, but they're not bad. They're just clicky triggers. Nothing wrong with that. Do what you got to do to save money. Put out a $12 device that we can play all these games on. Potentially be able to mod. There's one mono back speaker. Here's your 18650 battery compartment. It has a little screw in it. On off right here. You got your TF card slot right there. Your volume slider there. On top we got our charging port and our AV out. And that's it. It has a little contour shape to it. We got our AV cable here and our USB-C to USB-A cable. Let's throw this to the side. And let's turn this thing on. I already fogged up the screen. That's how I do it. Like that right there. It's a $12 device. But I think there's a protective film on it right now. I'm not going to peel that off right now. We're just going to turn this thing on. Come on, have some life. It looks like it does. Sup? All right, it has the same music as the SF2000. This is made by the same people, or at least I'm gonna turn that volume down. We're gonna check out this D-pad real quick, cause oh, so you scroll up to turn the volume down on this one. All right, D-pad. It has a central pivot. It doesn't feel bad. It's a little bit shallow on the travel, but I think it'll pass the contra test. It definitely has a central pivot. Buttons, normal snappy buttons. Kind of small buttons, kind of about the same size as a Nintendo Switch. Rubber membrane, nothing wrong with them. Back buttons, the shoulder buttons. I think that's a pretty good way to go about it. You know, if you're trying to do something cheap, hey, that works. So here we are. Somehow I got into the search feature. I'm gonna back out of there if I can. Oh, okay, so the triggers are what are moving me through the different systems here. So let's just take a look at what we got here. Mega Drive, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, ROMs. So I guess maybe that's a folder where you could put your own ROMs. It says download ROMs. Favorites, there's Wheel of Fortune is in the favorites. History, 16T, America, Odon, Ultra Quiz, and Afterburst. There's our search. Our system is in English, and how many languages do we have? NTSC or PAL, and 7 different languages. Back to Famicom. So we got Contra. Let's just do the Contra test real quick since we're here. Oh, up, down, left, right, B, A. I don't think I got that in time. I didn't. We're just gonna do the quick Contra test. We're gonna press down right here like Mr. Russ from Retro Game Core, and look at that. I have to force him to move. Okay, so it's good. But now we got to see if he can shoot those diagonals. Look at that. Look at that. Aw, this is good. Come on, that guy that called me trash and said that this was garbage and that I'm a parasite. That's what he said, because I'm on YouTube, that I'm a parasite. This parasite right here is sharing videos with things that bring joy to people. You know, and they don't have to cost $1,000. You don't need to be Mr. Cool Guy. I got the Odin, and you don't, and something that's cheap makes you deemed less worthy of a person. So you can go kiss my booty. Alright, we don't need to play Contra now because we know it works. I played it a million times, but it doesn't look like I have by my performance here. Normally I would have 30 lives. Alright, so to get out, let's see if it's start and select. Yep, there we go, good. Quick, easy way to get out of your game. You could probably adjust your map, your joystick there, I guess. I'm afraid to touch that right now in this video. Yep, there it is, video, not video, but button mapping. And I'm not going to mess with them because I think they're where they need to be. Save states, load states. Looks like we have 4 of each. And quit. So let's quit. I'm already going to tell you, this is a good device. For 12 bucks, I don't even need to go any further. I'm going to, but I don't need to. So, Famicom, let's see how many games we have for Nintendo. 868 games, okay? Let's see if they have the Mario games in here. Actually, I can go to search for that. Let's see if they are afraid of Nintendo. Okay, and enter. Look at that! They're gangsters. I like it. Alright, so we got everything here, you guys. I mean, I don't need to play a whole bunch of stuff to show you what's up. Let's just jump into some Super Mario Kart here and see how it plays. This is going to probably be Game Boy Advance. Is it going to be scaled correctly? It's not scaled correctly. Unless, wait, this might be, this is not, this is Super Famicom. Okay. So, it's scaled correctly because it's a 4:3 aspect ratio. Actually, no. How do I go back? Okay, whatever. Hope you guys can see this. There's a little glitchiness in the audio. Okay, so I'm guessing that what we have right here, because it's running slow, is that it's just like the SF2000, where if you're in a Super Famicom game and you start it up, it's gonna run slow until you close it out and start it again. So let's try that. Let's quit. Let's just jump right back in and see what happens. I hope it works. Sounds like it's gonna work. That'd be really cool if it just goes full speed this time. And I'm gonna tell you, it's just probably the exact same thing as the SF2000. It's a little slow still. I could hear it in the engines. Yeah. Well, this is Super Famicom, so you know, some games are gonna run and some games aren't gonna run as well. But we should jump into like Game Boy or something like that, because I mean Game Boy Advance, because that's also a little hard to run for certain systems. But hey, at least they're not trying to claim that this thing runs PlayStation, because this is not a playable version of Mario Kart for me. It's just too slow. I feel like I'm on like 25cc. So alright, well, we're seeing some of the shortcomings right here for a $12 device, but there's still a lot that it has going for it, you know. I mean, for people that like Nintendo, Genesis, I bet you all that stuff's gonna work. So let's get out of here and try something that probably works better. Let's go straight into one of the actual systems. I already did Contra. Contra ran fine. PC Engine, Super Famicom. I'm curious about Super Famicom, because I mean that did not run well. Let's see if we could find something here that's worth checking out. Aladdin. Let's just try Aladdin. It's not an IPS screen, so you do have to have it kind of. The viewing angles are up and down fine, but left and right they're not good. So, but hey, this thing is cool. It's gonna play your Game Boy games perfectly. It's a perfect little Game Boy Color, Game Boy Pocket. As long as you could, if the scaling is incorrect, I mean, it's not the end of the world. But hopefully, the community will get together and do what they did with the SF2000 for this, and I think they will. I mean, there's a lot of people that have a thing for these budget devices. I'm one of them, because not everybody can afford those expensive handhelds. Alright, this seems to be running fine. So it might be running a little bit slow. It's been a long time since I played Aladdin. I feel like it's running a little slow. It might not be though, because it might have been the Genesis one that I'm used to, and I know there's just completely different versions of Aladdin. Oh, wait. Jump. Just get my extra man. Sorry, buddy. Yeehaw! Oh, wrong way. Oh, I missed a bunch of them. Come on, Apu, help me. Alright, you guys. Super Famicom runs. So let's check something else. Alien versus Predator. And again, I could have backed out and went back in to see if Aladdin would have played quicker, which is what I'm going to do right here. I think it looks like it's running slow. So we're gonna quit it. I'm gonna back out of, I'm just gonna go back right now. Is it any faster? I can't tell. Let's just move in. Oh yeah, this is full speed. What did I do? Oh shit, I went invisible. This is definitely not the arcade though. Why am I invisible? That's not right. Is it? Is this a glitch? Yeah, I mean, I know the Predator could get invisible, but did I eat something or catch something that gave me like some special invisibility? I think I did. It's been a long time since I played this too. I don't even know if I've ever played the Super Nintendo version. I played the arcade a lot. Yeah. Where's my shoulder laser? So, oh, the right trigger slides. A little jab to the face. Oh, he only wants to slide that way though. Oh, left shoulder slides the opposite way. That's kind of counterintuitive. But I guess that's so that, like, if you're walking this way and someone's coming behind, you know, boom, you go like that, so that you can get them. Come on, get out of here. This is Xenomorph. So, that runs. We're gonna get out of there. What else do we have here? Mega Drive. Alright, where's... You know what I'm looking for, right? Starts with an S. I should have done it on Super Famicom, but maybe it'll run better on Genesis or Mega Drive. Street Fighter 2. Yeah! Which one do I want? I'll just do this one. Zoom in a little bit for you guys. Really nice plastic. The plastic is nice. Nice matte finish, little texture to it. It's comfortable, it's ergonomic. This design right here, it works. It's actually more comfortable than most of the vertical handhelds, like all the ones I've been reviewing. Okay, wait. Yes, I want to. Whoops. What did I do there? Oh, I did something wrong. No, resume. Oh no, I didn't want that. Let me quit and restart just in case that speeds it up anyway, because I messed up. I'm trying to map my buttons. I should just leave them how they are for the video, just to get through it quicker. One more time, I'm gonna try to map these buttons. So, key config, yes. Oh, I'm pressing start, that's my problem. You press start there to get, okay. So, okay, yes. Okay, wait, here we go. Okay, left punch, I want to be Y. Medium punch, I want to be trigger, right trigger. It's not fierce. X. Low, short kick or whatever. B. Medium kick, left trigger, and roundhouse A. Now we're good. And music test. I remember before it would have stereo or mono as an option, and if it did, I would put it on mono for this, but it doesn't. So maybe it was the Nintendo version. Let's do this. I don't like hyper. Not into that super fast. What am I doing here? Did I back out? Game start. Chun-Li. Let's see how these Hadoukens and Shoryukens. The screen looks nice. It's scaled correctly. Oh, that came out without a problem. Second one didn't. Oh, this is good. We're good. It is Chun-Li, so I can't pull off my short, you can. There we go. It's not perfect. So yeah, it's not perfect. The hitting down requires a little bit of extra force to ensure that you get your move down. Like, yeah, you just have to make sure that you're real intentional with that down. It's not ideal, but it's not terrible. I mean, I'm not the greatest at this game. Let's try to beat it though. Maybe I won't just try Shoryukens, I'll try to actually just play. So let's see, these diagonals, they're working. She's always tough for me though. So okay, a little shot. Ah, get those feet. There we go. So I have Street Fighter in my hands for 12 bucks. I think that's pretty cool in itself. I'll put a link in the description as to where to get this thing, the GB300. Just play like one more round, jump through another system and see what else is in there. Maybe try to shoot 'em up or something, or beat 'em up. I know not everybody that watches me likes Street Fighter. Oh yeah, I got the D-pad down though. Just like every D-pad. Not every D-pad, but most D-pads takes getting used to. Alright, so let's back out of Street Fighter. Let's just check out some Streets of Rage. See how another one for the D-pad for me, because I like using beat 'em ups as a way to test D-pads, because same with shoot 'em ups, because you need to like really roll the pad around to move on the screen at like 2.5D-ish effect. The music sounds good. Sounds like it should. I think so. Oh, are my buttons mounted correctly? Yeah. Yeah, it looks good. Where's my jump? Oh, so I have to remap the buttons later, because they have it just like the SF2000 did with Genesis. They have your trigger button as your jump button, but they already have the button mapping feature in here. I'm not going to go through the tutorial in this video as to how to remap the buttons, because I haven't practiced yet and I don't want to use up the time in the video trying to learn. But I'll figure it out, and if you guys are curious, ask me in the comments. The trigger button it's actually not bad as working as a jump button. It works pretty well. But that's just for this game. So I seriously think this is the SF2000 just reformatted a little bit differently and put into a vertical form factor. And they took a lot of the notes that they got from the SF2000 and they applied it to this ahead of time by putting in search feature and favorites and button mapping and all that stuff that came later with the SF2000. And this is half the price. I mean, you can get the SF2000 for this price now, but at the time it was a $20 handheld. This is a $12 handheld. It doesn't look like a Super Famicom controller, a Super Nintendo controller, but I still like it. I think it looks cool. And those buttons that Redditor said looked disgusting and called me a parasite for saying I like them, or for being a YouTuber or something. Yeah, man, he can go play his Odin, you know, and I'll play my little cheap plastic $12 device, and I'll be happy while he'll be miserable. So yeah, I think I'm gonna get off of Reddit pretty soon. That place is kind of starting to, there's just too many people on there that are bringing too much negativity. I mean, there's a lot of cool people on there, but it's like you can't get through a comment stream without someone talking shit. And I don't know, man. I guess, you know, it's gonna be kind of the same with YouTube, and I just gotta thicken up my skin for it. But yeah, those people need to go. All right, so this works. We're good. Streets of Rage 2. What else do we have? Game Boy. I'm guessing it's not going to be scaled. But I truly believe down the line there's going to be a custom firmware made for this, similar to the SF2000. They're gonna fix everything. I have faith in the community. I'm gonna give a shout out to Sleepy One right now, because I know he likes stuff like this. I know he's into the budget handhelds and he makes them work. He knows what he's doing, and he always ends up hooking up the information here on YouTube for the others like me who don't know what they're doing. So you can get the information on Discord to download the proper files to make it work better. And he's posting daily updates with short little gameplay videos to show you what it's capable of doing, and I just think it's awesome. We need channels like that. We don't need all the channels to be like commercialized, and you know, too many of them are just too I don't know what the word is, just fake. So anyway, they don't have regular Tetris on here. That's kind of a bummer. Tetris Plus, okay. So yeah, it's not scaled correctly. It's full screen for Game Boy. That's okay. I'm not complaining for 12 bucks. Let's see how long it takes before we can get things properly scaled on here. I don't know if we probably will get filters too, so you can actually get it to look like it Game Boy should. But I don't mind a little stretch on my Game Boy games. And I don't mind a little bit of smush on my Game Boy Advance games either. Runs well. I wish it was one of the ones where I can save that. Oh, see right there, I pressed down and it moved my position and moved my piece to the side. So it does have that issue with false inputs. That confirmed it right there. I mean, it's not a deal breaker to me, but it's there. Which means, like, if you watch some of my other videos, like my video on the MOBA pad, I talk about how perfect that D-pad is in regards to not having those false inputs, and I showed how on the game F099 you hit these jumps, and when you hit those jumps, you're supposed to hit the down direction on the D-pad before you land, so you don't bounce, and that keeps your speed up. And when I press down in the air with certain controllers, it'll launch me off to the side, and I'll shoot off at the track, and it's just it's not good. It's a similar situation with Tetris. When you want to move your piece down fast, certain D-pads are going to make it move to the side if you're not careful, and that happened here. It just happened once. It doesn't seem to be happening a lot, so it's like one of those things that once you're aware of, you're really not going to have a problem with. I was just pressing a little too aggressively on it. I was hoping to get a Tetris. I always like to get at least one Tetris when I do this, but it doesn't look like it's happening on this one. Whoops, see, it went to the side there again. That was another example. And they're not giving me friendly pieces today. They're like, use the right side of the screen, dude. I'm not going to be able to fit anything in there at this point. What the hell? No, I guess I didn't really want to do that. none of the pieces I'm getting here are like ones I'm happy to get. This is a different version of Tetris, not one that I play. There it goes again. Shot off to the right. There it goes again. All right, so that is a problem. It's not a deal breaker. It's just something that makes it justifiably worth 12 bucks. I mean, if it had a perfect D-pad, I'd be raving right now about what a deal this thing is. But it's still a deal. It's just it's not a perfect device. But it's not garbage. It may be e-waste, but it's not like literal garbage. That down input thing is a problem. When I'm pressing down and it's shooting my pieces off to the sides. But that's not going to happen on a platformer, really. I mean, maybe it could, but I'm just going to play this till I die. Till I die, like, 60 more years. Just kidding. See, that was it. All right, so that was supposed to go down to the side right there. It screwed me up. That's the kind of thing that annoys me. So this D-pad is annoying in regards to... I won't be playing Tetris on this thing, I'll tell you that. But there's still plenty of other things that are fine. What is that? King of Fighters? King of Fighters on Game Boy. Let's see what else we have here. 10-pin bowling, Game Boy Color. Hey, we know what's here. Game Boy Advance. Let's just check a Game Boy Advance game. They got all your... for all the Pokemon fans out there. I've never played a Pokemon game in my life. Somebody, please, tell me and teach me how to get into that, because Pokemon became popular right when I graduated high school, and I was so distracted with other things that I never got into it, and I never understood why it got so popular. But I ain't hating against it. I just don't understand it. So, fill me in. We got Emerald, Ruby, Sapphire, Mystery Dungeons, whatever that says. Oh, that's Fire Emblem. Okay. So, let's just move through 10s now. Castlevanias. We got all those. We got the River City Ransom. I like me some River City Ransom. Mega Man Zero. Rockman. There's a lot of Game Boy games in here because we're still in the A's. I want to see if Mario Kart runs properly on here, or if it's kind of slow like it was on Super Famicom. Let's just get down to it. Guys, if you want to know if there's a certain game, feel free to ask me in the comments. Wait, I saw Mario there. There we go. Mario Kart Super Circuit. Crossing my fingers. Good so far. It's funny because it looks like the speaker's there, but the speaker's actually there. So you can see it's a little bit smushed inwards because this should be a 3:2 aspect ratio. Let's see if there's any screen tearing. Okay, so that wheel in the background, once I make a selection, it moves off to the side, and that's like the first indication that there'll be screen tearing if you see it within that wheel. So let's try that out. Here we go. Let's just do 100 speed. I don't know, I'm not sure if I noticed it or not. I was kind of looking at the camera. You guys will have to let me know. Volume is decent, even though it's downward firing. Or backwards firing. Oh, I didn't get my quick start. I always forget which point to press it. I'm not sure if it's running full speed or not. It's playable, but I don't think it's full speed. Maybe if I restarted it would be. How do I shoot my... Okay, it is the L button. Just didn't want to let me the first time around. Yo, this thing is cool. This is the kind of gift you give to a kid. Like, if you want to give them an emulation device, I don't recommend an R36S. There's just too much going on with ArcOS and all that for a little kid to deal with. But this right here, this is perfect. They could drop it. It's not a glass screen. This is a great little gift to give someone that just wants to pick up and play and have fun. And you can buy extra batteries for it. It's just pretty freaking cool. I'm having fun. The D-pad works great in most scenarios, but you know, obviously you saw my issues with Tetris, and a little bit of issues in Street Fighter. I mean, it wasn't the easiest version of Street Fighter to pull off my special moves. So, but yo, this thing's cool. I'm gonna leave it at that, guys, because my videos are way too long. This is the GB300, 7 simulators. Check it out. I'll put the link in the description. Leave me a comment, guys. Tell me what you want to see, what you want me to review next. A lot of the stuff I've already showed you that I haven't reviewed yet. I'm trying to prioritize and figure out what to do next. So maybe you guys can help me out with that. What you guys want to see is what I want to show. All right, guys. Have a good day, a good night, a good week, a good year. Peace.